Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lancer Recap. I'm your host Jose Ramos Flores as I get ready to bring you everything regarding Longwood sports. Let's not waste any more time and hop right into it. Cue the intro. The men's basketball team started at home in the JPB on February 7th where they faced up against the USC Upstate Spartans. As mentioned last week, I said that the last matchup between these teams went down to the wire. This game did not disappoint as it also went down to the final plays of the game as we take a look at some highlights courtesy of the ESPN Plus crew. After the first half, Upstate was up ahead by 7, but in the second half is where a lot of the scrap and physical play occurred as Jesper Granlund is able to get us started with a 3-ball. Napper able to get to the rim with a nice finger roll. In the final 11 minutes of the game, the teams exchanged the lead 7 times and were tied 4 more times. With around 3 minutes to go, the Spartans only led by 1, but a 6-0 run and an additional technical free throw increased the lead for USC by 5. As Elijah Tucker able to barrel inside. Nice play by Napper. Here's another nice play by him, able to get the steal and wait for it. Whoop! A nice little Euro step and finger roll to the basket. It gets even crazier towards the final 2 minutes of the game as Emmanuel Richards is able to drain the 3 with a hand in his face. Nice confidence from the freshman. Here's another nice play by him, able to draw on the defense. Michael Christmas in the corner for the 3. Waylon Napper was the hero of this game, able to get to the rim and bring them within 3 during the final minutes as Michael Christmas, another 3-ball for number 25. Here's that play. Napper, one side of the court, increases his speed, able to get through defenders, Euro step for the inside bucket. And a nice play here by the Spartan over the outreached arms by Zapala, able to put it in. With the score being 67-64, Longwood ball, they inbounded it to Jonathan Massey, who pumped fake and was able to get his defender in the air, but missed the 3-pointer. The ball then went off a Spartan, and the Lancers got another chance to tie the game. They then inbounded again, this time to Michael Christmas, who saw some daylight and took a 3 with 18 seconds on the shot clock. D.A. Houston came up with the rebound, and Napper took it inside to get the 2, but missed, and that put the game away. Lancers lose a heartbreaker, final score being 69-64. 3 Lancers end up in double figures. Michael Christmas ends up with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jonathan Massey also adds 10 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. And our Lancer of the game, Waylon Napper, who finishes with 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals on 8 of 13 shooting in 33 minutes. After that wild ending, the Lancers then got together for a matchup against the Winthrop Eagles, and boy did they dominate this one as we take a look at some highlights courtesy of the ESPN Plus crew. As mentioned last week, the last time these teams met, the Lancers lost in overtime 60-68. In this game, they got their revenge. Elijah Tucker, a little fadeaway, drawing at the bench. After the first half, the Lancers shot 57.6% to the Eagles' 35%. This and intense defense helped the Lancers lead by 14 at halftime, 28-42. Jonathan Massey with the putback. The team had 11 players hit the floor, and the bench was able to score 44 points to the Eagles' 13. From the arc, the Lancers shot 47.6% to Winthrop's 26.3%. A massive win that halts the 4-game losing streak. I like a little jelly with my toast. Jonathan Massey with the nice lay. And this puts Longwood back in the win column. Final score being 84-74. D.A. Houston with the 3. Michael Christmas comes flying in like Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. I had to throw a Christmas joke in there somewhere as here he is again with a deep 3-ball. Credit the assist, Mateo Esmeraldo. Next play in, Jonathan Massey, little hesitation, able to get inside. Nice athleticism, grown man move for the tough lay. Here's another Jonathan Massey play. Kick it to Michael Christmas, another 3-ball. These two played a crucial part in the win for Longwood. A double team is thrown at Jonathan Massey. Patience, able to spin out of it. Nice screen by Elijah Tucker. Final play, 2 hands for safety, big fella. And 2 players end up in double figures as they really balled out this game. Michael Christmas calls his own number and puts a career-best 25 points along with 9 rebounds. And our Lancer of the game, Jonathan Massey, who seemed like he couldn't miss all game, put it in 31 points along with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. He shot 8 of 9 from the field, 3 from 3 from the arc, including a half-court bomb he put up and cashed in, 12 of 13 from the free throw line. All of this in 33 minutes of play off the bench. Shout out John. The team currently sits with a 15-11 record and a 3-8 record in the Big South play. currently 8th in the standings. They play one matchup before I see all of you again next week. That takes place on the 17th in Clinton, South Carolina against Presbyterian. It would be about a month ago where these teams met, and that game ended in a win for the Lancers, 80-70. So definitely a game to look forward to, and you can check it out on ESPN+. And as always, good luck, Lancers. The women's basketball team hit the road first up against the USC Upstate Spartans on the 7th, where it was also a game that went down to the wire. Throughout the first 3 quarters, the game was kept close in scoring, but in the 4th, the Spartans took a 9-point lead, but the Lancers slowly and surely brought themselves back into this game with some great defense and some massive buckets from Malaya Brown. With 21 seconds left in the game, she hit a massive 3 to tie the game at 45. Spartans got 2 free throws, which put them up by 2. Longwood uses her final timeout, and they had a chance to either tie or win. An inbound of Bailey Williams had the Spartans use the foul to give, and with their second inbound opportunity, Kiki McIntyre called a timeout, but Longwood was out of timeouts, which gave the Spartans 2 free throws and the ball back, the final score being 49-45. Only one player ended up in double figures. I've already said her name, Malaya Brown, our Lancer of the game, sets 2 new career highs in points with 23, steals with 6, also adding 5 rebounds and 1 assist on 9-6 shooting in 36 minutes. She just got to start this game and was able to provide offense when the Lancers felt stagnant. After the Spartans, the Lancers looked on to take the Eagles of Winthrop. The Lancers started the first half a bit slow as they were down 22-12 at halftime. But a burst of energy brought life back into the team as they shot 58.8% to make it a 1-point game, 42-41. With 30 seconds left in the game, the Eagles hit a couple of free throws to increase their lead, 55-49. Then Adriana Ship Davis hit a 3 to make it a 1-possession game. A steal by Kiki McIntyre and another attempt by Ship Davis falls short as Ulysses Francis grabs the rebound and puts it in for the Lancers, and that ends the game as Longwood needed a 3 to tie. Final score 55-54, an unfortunate loss after a rebelling comeback. Only one player is able to notch double digits, and that's our Lancer of the game, Lainey Bone, who put up a double-double with 13 points, 10 rebounds, a block, and steal on 5 of 10 shooting in 24 minutes. The women currently sit at 6-18 and 3-8 in Big South play. Just like the men, they have one game before I see all of you next week. They stay at home in Farmville, Virginia in the John Perry Brock Center on the 17th of February. Their last game ended 69-66 in favor of the Blue Hose, so this is looking to be a close matchup. So make sure to go out and support the team, and as always, good luck, Lancers. The softball team comes off the Buzz Classic. A mistake I made last week was that the games would take place in January, but they actually took place last weekend on the 9th, 10th, and 11th. So my apologies. The team played 6 matches and were unfortunately only able to come out victorious against Villanova on the 10th, which ended 6-5. On the 9th, they played number 12 ranked Alabama, which ended 13-0 in favor of the Crimson Tide. Villanova got the first hit as they won 5-1. On the 10th, Lancers got their revenge as mentioned before, but against Alabama, they performed better but weren't able to get over the hump. Final score 7-2. Then on the 11th, Georgia Tech beat the Lancers in a doubleheader with 9-1 the first game and 10-2 the second game. The standout player throughout the Buzz Classic is the senior from Ashburn, Virginia, Lauren Fox. Number 12 performed the best through the first weekend. In 6 games, she had a batting average of .375 and OPS, meaning a combination of on-base and slugging percentages, which she was able to notch a .819, the highest on the team by far, with 6 total bases, 4 runs, and 6 hits. The softball team currently sits at 1-5. They move on to the Pirate Clash in Greenville, North Carolina. On the 16th, they face one opponent, Marshall, at 1:30 p.m., then followed on the 17th with another matchup against Marshall bright and early at 10 a.m., followed by a matchup against Fairfield at 5:30 p.m. Then on the 18th, to cap off the Pirate Clash, they face East Carolina, who currently sits with a record of 6-0, a weekend where the Lancers look for redemption. As always, we wish the team the best of luck. We got 2 new sports entering the scene as spring sports are rolling fast. We got lacrosse and baseball making their way back to Lancer Recap. Starting with lacrosse, they had their first matchup coming up against Liberty taking place not too far from here in Lynchburg. That'll take place on the 17th. Baseball, on the other hand, remains at home at Buddy Bolden Stadium to take on Siena College. A doubleheader on the 17th starting at 12 p.m., followed by another matchup at 4 p.m. Then on the 18th, they'll finish their weekend with the matchup beginning at 1 p.m. We wish both teams the best of luck as they begin their seasons and look to have an amazing year. And that's been all the sports news I have for all of you today. We got some action-packed episodes coming up that you do not want to miss, so make sure to tune in next week. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Jose Ramos-Flores. This has been Lancer Recap. See all your beautiful, lovely faces next time. Bye-bye.